welcome to Maximum Attack Rallying. It's a big week, isn't it? The WRC reaches its conclusion this weekend at Rally Japan. We have 303 kilometres of stages based out of Toyota City to decide the WRC Drivers' Championship, the Manufacturers' Championship, and the WRC2 Championship. So there is lots and lots to happen. Rally Japan is always an unpredictable one, isn't it? The weather plays its part. The roads can be very slippery if it rains. We've seen lots and lots of drama last year. We saw Danny Sauder and Adrian Formeau go off on the same corner. So lots and lots of things can happen. That makes it very tricky. It makes it very tricky for Thierry Neuville in particular. He is going into this event with all of the control. He's 25 points clear of Tanak. Tanak is the only man who can beat him in the championship, but 25 points is a massive margin, isn't it? Tanak basically needs to win the rally, and Neuville just needs to pick up. If he picks up 6 points over the weekend, you know, on Saturday, he could get into a position on Saturday where he scores those 6 points and then just cruise on Sunday, or he could pick up the 6 points on Sunday with the power stage and a few points for the rest of the weekend. He's in control, isn't he? But that weather jeopardy in particular does make things difficult, and driving at 80% or 75% or even 90% can actually be more difficult than driving at 100%. So there is a challenge there for Neuville, but I think in championship terms he's well in control. I don't expect him to do anything less than win the championship, but I do not expect him to win the rally. That does raise an interesting question, though. Who will win the rally? I've been pondering this question, pondering it. Last year, Elfyn Evans won. Sébastien Ogier finished second. Both of those guys have to be in contention, especially with Toyota looking to win the Manufacturers' Championship. They are 15 points behind Hyundai, so they will be going for it. They will want to win their home rally, and they will want to steal the Manufacturers' title from under Hyundai's nose. Hyundai are kind of in control. The problem for Hyundai, for me, is Neuville is not going to be trying to win the rally. He will just be trying to get enough points. That might help Hyundai, of course, but they are going to be relying on Tanak and Andreas Mikkelsen. Andreas Mikkelsen crashed at CER last time out, though has shown better tarmac pace. I need to make a prediction for the manufacturers, don't I? That is very, very difficult. I think Hyundai will probably edge it, but I think a Toyota might well win the rally. The dark horse for this, well, not dark horse as such, but I think Takamoto Katsuta could play a role here. He was very, very fast in Japan last year, did have an incident on the first day, but set lots of faster stage times. This could be his chance for a first win. Another man who I think is potentially in with a shout of victory, if there's lots of chaos, is Adrian Formeau. This could well be his last rally for M Sport. We don't know where he's going to be next year. I suspect he's going to move to Hyundai, but we don't know that for sure. There was an interesting thing, there's been a documentary, hasn't there, this M Sport documentary on the WRC YouTube channel, and in the last episode that came out last week, do watch that, because he talks about this deal. He's been offered a full-time seat at Hyundai, part-time seat at Toyota, but has said no to Toyota. In the episode, we didn't know what M Sport had offered him, but I think it's interesting, isn't it, that has come out before his announcement has been made. So, who's going to win? Let's wrap this part up. Let's wrap up the top category. Who is going to win? I think Ogier might win the rally. I think Tanak might come second. And I think Katsuta second. Yeah, Tanak first, Katsuta second, Ogier third. That is my prediction. But Neuville will win the championship because he'll come fourth or fifth and just do enough. That's that. The next thing I want to talk about is WRC2, because that is a very interesting subject indeed. And why is it an interesting subject, I hear you ask? Well, because of the championship situation. So, Oliver Solberg leads the championship by 13 points over Johan Roussel. But the strange thing is that neither of them are actually going to be in Japan. The man that is in Japan, however, is Sami Pajari. He is 15 points behind Oliver Solberg. So if he finishes in first or second place, he will win the title. Can he do that? The short answer is yes. Will he win the title? I think the odds are probably stacked in his favour. Being as this is a flyaway event, there's not a massive field when it comes to the WRC2 kind of hot shots. We've got Gus Greensmith there, but I don't think he will have what it takes to beat Pajari. So yes, I think the odds are stacked in Pajari's favour in this case, and he will do enough to win the championship? Perhaps. It's not a given. As I said, you know, things happen in Japan, but I think he might just do enough to win the championship. I think the sad thing is that the championship battle, and I know a lot of people feel this way, so my opinion is not an exclusive one. I think the sad thing is that the championship battle is being decided in a very strange way, with, you know, the key championship protagonist in Oliver Solberg, the man who has been the fastest in a WRC2 car across the season, isn't there. I think this suggests, it's a demonstration, isn't it, that the WRC2 format isn't quite working. The cars are amazing. There's lots of great drivers. It's a brilliant talent factory, even if there aren't enough Rally 1 seats to take these guys once they're done. But the championship structure is not working for me. So basically, you can do as many rallies as you want in WRC2, but you can only nominate 7 as point scoring opportunities, and your best 6 scores are taken. And what that means is that we end up in a position where the championship contenders aren't always competing against each other. And as it's turned out this year, you know, we've reached the season conclusion, and the 2 main championship guys, or 3 main championship guys, only one of them is there, and he might win the title. Oliver Solberg might win the title sitting in his house on the sofa watching it on TV, which is just, for me, a bit weird. I think we need to perhaps find a different way to do it. I understand why they don't want to pressure the WRC2 crews to do all of the events to save budget, but having a situation where you've got drivers not even there, you know, someone could win the title when they're sitting at home is just, it's a bit weird, isn't it? As I said, I think Piari might do enough. You know, I don't think there's enough depth in WRC2 in Japan for him to be challenged, so I could see him doing enough unless he has a bit of bad luck. And that's a shame for Oliver Solberg. I think Solberg would be a deserving winner. As I said, he has been the fastest man in WRC2 this season, and I think he's in a very difficult position. This is perhaps something to discuss more over the winter break, but Piari, it looks like, is probably going to be in a Toyota Rally 1 next year, at least on a part-time basis, while Solberg, who has, for me at least, proven that he's good enough, he does not have a lot of options for next year, does he? You know, Toyota, it looks like is a closed shop. They've got enough drivers. Hyundai, it looks like they're only going to have 1 driver in their third car, which is increasingly perhaps looking like Adrian Formeau. So that only leaves M Sport, and the issue with M Sport is this Red Bull sponsorship, which would clash with Solberg's monster backing. So that might make things difficult. So you have to feel for Solberg. You know, I think he's demonstrated that he is probably the top driver in WRC2 right now, and he might find himself without a seat. You know, he might have to spend yet another season in WRC2 when he is probably ready to move up to a Rally 1 car. However, I want to wrap it up there, keep this one relatively brief. As I said, there is lots to look forward to. I do enjoy Rally Japan. I think it is an interesting event with very difficult conditions and very excitable fans, so it's definitely going to be worth a watch. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you think my predictions are wrong or if they are way off. That's 2 ways of saying they're wrong, isn't it? That's probably an accurate description, isn't it? Because they are probably wrong. They might be right there. So, as I said, as always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate your support, and I will see you again next time.